Here we go. Okay, welcome. Hello, and welcome to Truth Fairies Podcast.
Hi, I'm Brooke.
I'm Jamie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Haven't seen you for many moons.
It's a Monday, so we have the weekend to decompress.
Yes.
With all of you.
Yes.
Hope you all had a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, you were gone this weekend.
I know.
I hate when you leave.
I'm sorry. We hosted like some friends, some like work colleagues kind of Aaron's at our cabin. And so it's one of those things where it's like, I don't really know these people, but I'm kind of like, it's my place, so I have to be the host. And
Yeah,
I
hate
hate
you
it.
are the hostess with the mostest.
Thank you.
Yes.
If I had hostess Twinkies,
that would be better for
But I
everyone
didn't.
involved.
I did learn not to bring up aliens with people that don't know you that well.
Yeah.
They were like, we don't know if you're serious. I'm like, no,
well, then I'm not.
no, I know. Then I had to be like, do I let them know? We were talking about how like teenage girls, well, I brought it up. I'm like, don't you think teenagers are like so much more beautiful? Like, I feel like our faces are evolving.
Well, yeah.
And we were like, there were no teenage girls as beautiful as like 90% of the girls are.
Right.
They all look like supermodels, and I don't understand it.
But do you think, like, I was watching a Ted Bundy, not Ted Bundy,
TED Talk?
Charlie Manson.
Oh, okay.
There's a movie that's called Charlie Says.
Oh.
I think it's on Netflix. It's a little weird, but anyway, and you look at, it's like in their time, they were probably pretty people. Like the girls would have been pretty in their time.
Sure. But why are we prettier now is what I don't understand.
It's not. It's just the old us is out of style.
You don't think faces have evolved to become like more symmetrical and bigger eyes? Like, or is it all just filters and I don't get it?
It's all filters and makeup. Like our ability to do makeup has evolved.
Not our faces.
Not our faces.
I think they have, and I was talking about it, and then I brought up my theory about how I think aliens are us like 3,000 years in the future.
Yes.
And they just all stared at me. But like none of them even believe in UFOs. I'm like, you guys,
come on.
It is documented, like the government has declassified that there is a whole branch of the Defense Department dedicated to UFOs.
Yeah,
and they just stared at me. I'm like, you guys, this is real.
You're like, get out of my cabin.
Just
get out.
Kick their asses right out.
Right out of the cabin.
So that didn't go over very well. Then I was like, where's Jamie?
I appreciate
She understands me.
I do. I appreciate your theory on dinosaurs. And
dinosaurs. That too, though.
I immediately jumped to dinosaurs. It was making me think about how our conversation about dinosaurs has now infiltrated my school life. And now I have kids that come in and say, hey, we're supposed to ask you about dinosaurs. I know. So I get it.
One little thing, we get labeled as weirdos.
Yeah. Oh well, what do you do?
I say, let me be a weirdo. If you want to be my friend, be my friend. I'm not going to change.
That's right. You own it.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we're going to be talking today about, we're doing like a part 2 of what we started last week, which was just some relationship or just advice questions. And then what was...
some mess ups.
The mess ups. The
TIFU.
Oh, that's right, TIFU.
My new favorite.
I could not think of what the acronym was for it.
Yeah.
So, all right, do you want to start?
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
I dropped my paper. Okay. All right. So, I am a 32-year-old woman who can never go back to my new dentist after 2 visits because I'm an idiot. My dentist is a very nice professional man. Our first appointment was going pretty smoothly until he made some innocuous remarks about us being strangers. My immediate reply was, oh, you're not a stranger. You've been inside my mouth for 20 minutes. I did not intend to make a sexual joke. His face turned red and he was clearly embarrassed, but he continued on like a true professional, and we were both pretty relieved when the appointment was over. I had my second dentist appointment today. I actually mentally prepared myself to be a model patient who didn't say anything weird. Thank you very much. He had been working in my mouth for about 5 minutes when he started to seem really uncomfortable or something. His face was red and he was breathing a little heavier. I was a bit concerned and also confused. Like, how could I have embarrassed him this time? I had hardly spoken. So he keeps working in there, and then I realize what the hell is happening. My dentist was wearing grape-flavored gloves. I had been absent-mindedly licking his fingers the whole time, never going back.
I was going a different direction with that. I thought that, yes, I was going to take that in a different direction. But Wow.
So she was just licking his gloves.
I sometimes have a fear of how I behave at the dentist.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I have to be relatively sedated for most things. And I'm always just waiting for the time that I shout out something just inappropriate or I don't know. It always makes me a little uncomfortable. But yeah, I mean, there's no going back from that.
No, you have to find a new dentist that doesn't flavor his gloves for adults.
I've
What's
licked
that about?
your gloves and you've been in my mouth for 20 minutes. So, I mean, there is no.
Well, in the comments, someone said something about how they once saw a comment in their chart that they're like a tongue roamer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I think that's me.
Oh, I'm a tongue roamer for sure.
But why is it that when the dentist is in our mouth, I can't control my tongue?
I don't know. And then all I can think about is, what is my tongue doing? What is my tongue doing? What is my tongue doing? And so then I'll try to push it against the back of my teeth to like hold it still.
To anchor it.
But then, I mean, I just know that sucker's going wild.
But why? I know, it's so weird.
No, I just don't know what to do with it.
Me either. And then the minute you think about it, it starts going crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I hate it. I once thought my dentist was trying to kill me with happy gas.
Oh.
Because I got too much, and I like think I really was like starting to black out or something.
Yeah.
And I ripped it off my face, and I'm like, "You're trying to kill me!"
What did he say?
Just,
oh, I'm sorry.
Calmed me down, and I can't do happy gas anymore.
Yeah, it makes me sick.
It makes me sick, and I think that my hygienists are talking about SpongeBob.
Oh.
One time I'm like, have they been talking about SpongeBob for like 45 minutes? Still don't know if they have, if like that was true or not.
I had a dentist who always talked about really just random things, and it always threw me off because I was like on the brink when I would use the laughing gas. I was always on the brink of not being sure, like if it made, like, is this really what he's talking about? Is it not? Is it weird?
Yeah. And have you ever listened to like a podcast or something?
Mm-mm.
I listened to My Favorite Murder podcast. Maybe that's why I thought he was trying to kill me.
Probably.
It all makes sense. Okay, what you got?
Okay, so I'm going to go with this one.
Okay.
I have an odd predicament, and I'd like some guidance on how to proceed.
Okay.
Okay, this is adult content here.
Warning.
My partner and I have a great sex life. I only have one single complaint. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
The sounds they make in bed turn me off.
Oh, shoot.
We've been together for a little over a year, and I've been tolerating it for a lack of a better word. We are always open and honest with each other, and when it comes to the bedroom, if they wanted to change something so it's more enjoyable for them, I'd want them to tell me.
Right.
But I absolutely do not want to be the cause of them having anxiety about the sounds they make if they can't necessarily control it. We have such a great sex life, I don't want to ruin it myself, or excuse me, I don't want to ruin it myself back. Why does that doesn't make sense. Okay, Travis. Restart. Totally read the wrong line.
Okay.
Okay. I have an odd predicament and I'd like some guidance on how to proceed. My partner and I have a great sex life. I only have one single complaint. The sounds they make in bed turn me off. We have been together for a little over a year and I've been tolerating it for lack of a better word. We are always open and honest with each other when it comes to the bedroom. If they wanted to change something so it's more enjoyable for them, I'd want them to tell me. But I absolutely do not want to be the cause of them having anxiety about the sounds they make if they can't necessarily control it. We have such a great sex life, I don't want to ruin it by getting in their head. But every time we're in bed together, I always feel like I have to bring myself back into the moment because their sounds take me out of the mood momentarily.
Oh, jeez.
Do I bite my tongue forever or do I say something?
Oh, gosh. Oh, I don't. She keeps saying, is it a she? I guess we don't know.
It doesn't say.
They keep saying that I bet it's a girl because I feel like men like all the noises, but who knows?
Okay.
But they keep saying that they have such a great sex life, but I don't think it seems like that's ruining it.
Yeah.
So maybe physically it's good, but mentally, if you're not there,
if your head's not in the game,
that's hard.
Yeah.
Do you think it can be changed?
I don't know. And I mean, think about it. If your husband said, you know what, I really like you, but there's this one pretty significant thing. Wouldn't you be so self-conscious every time you do like?
Yeah. It depends on probably if the partner is sensitive to that kind of thing or if they're pretty like self-confident and if they could just let that like slide.
Would you want to know?
Would I want to know?
Because think of it, what if it now ruins it for the partner because
Right.
now they're like in their head the whole time,
Right.
or it is so like, not involuntary, but it's just so automatic that now having to think about it is
That would
meaningful.
would really if I was in my head about it and thinking I'm gonna turn him off at any second, that would ruin it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe not.
But then they're miserable.
I
think you guys
know.
should break up.
You are always so quick to break up.
This relationship is going nowhere.
I have a breakup one for you in a minute, but I don't know. Music maybe.
There you go. That might be a better one.
Yeah.
Just turn on some music.
How about this?
Really loud music.
When they get going, just cover their mouth. Or
just choke them out.
Or be like, I'm really interested in like
Silence.
no, like bondage. And be like, can I get
Okay. This is taking a turn.
Well, no, just like, can I put a bandana in your mouth?
Can I shove a pair of socks in your mouth? And let's just see how it works.
Every time.
Yes. From now on.
Yeah.
Until Okay.
I don't know. I'm just trying to. I'm brainstorming.
We're just trying to save lives.
We're
here.
troubleshooting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think they need to end it.
No, but what do you think if they're not gonna end it? Say something or not? You never said.
I think
You think you have to?
I think you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Try music. Try drowning
try
out
music,
first.
or maybe instead of saying what I don't like, saying something that they do like.
Like, ooh, I love when you don't make any sound.
I really-
It's so mysterious.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Try something like that, and then
Yeah.
just see what happens. Or just like, I'm so easily distracted, like any noise. So like, don't make like your noises are grody,
And
but
while
like
you're at
any noise throws me off.
don't move and try not to breathe.
And let me control everything. That
Wow.
could work.
Who is that?
Phone calls.
Jeez.
I should have put mine on airplane mode.
Sorry.
Okay, here's my. Is this worth breaking up over?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You are gonna say yes, and I'm gonna say okay. So the person who's writing is a male. He's 6'2", and that's important.
Okay.
He's so the background is he says he's like tough, like he was in special forces, but he says he's also kind of effeminate. So he
Okay.
he has thin wrists, and he says he like sits on his friend's laps, and he just seems like he's comfortable.
So big, gangly,
Big gangly,
gangly,
special forces guy.
tough, but
Yeah, but like in touch with his feminine
okay.
side.
Okay.
Okay, so kind of my type. So he says, while I was in a shop with a roommate a few weeks ago, he saw these really cool shawls that we both couldn't get out of our heads. He returned last weekend to buy them, and now we have these shawls. Mine makes me look like a Star Wars character, and his looks like the outlaw Josie Wales. They are seriously awesome shawls. The first night we wore them, everybody at the dive bar we went to, dudes, thought they were awesome as well. Then this girl and her friend arrive on invite from Shawl Bro, that's what he's calling his shawl friend,
Okay.
and they're seriously turned off by our sweet shawls, like acting pretty weird about them and making comments. Whatever. So I get a call from my girlfriend. She's tired and wants to hang out, so I bid the mean girls and Shawl Bro adieu and head home. I'm still wearing the shawl when my girlfriend arrives, and she's also really taken aback. She won't even kiss me until I take it off. We do the deed and go to sleep, and the next morning she starts asking me if I'm gay, and she's really serious and aggressive about it. I tell her I'm not, that I would definitely know by now, and she counters with her major evidence of the fact that I own a shawl. Anyway, she gets weird and leaves, and then sends me a text later about how she's sorry and that she needs to think about what kind of man she wants. Then she doesn't talk to me for days. So he goes on to say basically that she broke up with him over this, and she finally sends him a text that says she's just not into him anymore because of the shawl. And then he says, later on I tell Shawl Bro about this, and he had also had a blowout with the girl he was seeing over his shawl that very same night. We're both going to keep the shawls though, they are warm.
Okay. I love it.
I know.
Why are we calling them shawls? Is there a better name?
I have a surprise for you.
What?
I have a picture. Look!
It's over.
No! Look at him, he's so cute though.
Okay,
There's the OP, and here's Shawl Bro.
okay, I kind of like Shawl Bro.
I kind of like the OP.
I think
We will post these on our Instagram.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Think
I
it's
just don't want to call them shawls.
okay. What would you like? A poncho?
A poncho. poncho dudes is way more attractive than
Than
your shawl bro.
Yeah, shawl bro has little old lady vibes for sure.
Yeah, a shawl is like my 80-year-old grandmother.
Right.
Right?
This is like a hooded poncho.
It's like a poncho.
But look how cute his eyes are.
He does have cute eyes.
Uh-huh.
He does.
I'm
yes.
not breaking up with him
I'm not
over
breaking up with
a
him.
half snuggie.
That's
what it
I appreciate
is.
that he's in touch with his femininity.
Yeah.
His femininity.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I like it.
So you wouldn't break up with shawl bro?
No.
No. Okay. I
Maybe.
wouldn't either.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I just think one, you see them in a light that you're not attracted to one time, and that's it.
But that might be significant. That might, like,
If he's never taking the shawl off, if he's like, this is my life now, I am a shawl man,
then
then
yeah.
maybe it's like, put on a polo once in a while,
Yeah.
a sports coat. But
I actually think he looks great in that.
once in a while to rock the hooded shawl.
Maybe the stripes are what's throwing her. So the main guy's shawl is black and gray striped.
Yes.
The other shawl bro is more of like a tan,
Yeah.
like
A olive
greenish.
green.
Yeah.
And we've got a full body shot with his. So, yeah.
I don't
How
know. How
random.
dead set are you on the manliness of your spouse?
Like personality wise, or
I mean,
no, I am not. I don't love a super manly man when it comes to typical guy things. I don't want him to be super into sports. I don't want him to be like a hunter.
but what if Aaron came home tomorrow and said, I am going to take up hunting.
Ooh.
I'm going to be a hardcore, I'm in khakis now and camo. Like, I'm
See, I'm the
hunt.
opposite. I
He
would.
wears a beanie that's bright orange.
Ugh.
Okay, so it's opposite, but it's
Right.
a major, like, viewing him in a different light. Are you okay
Yeah.
with that?
So if you're really into like super tough guys, masculine guys, and then they show this feminine side, then yeah, then you might not be so down with it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about you?
I don't know.
Because both our husbands are a good mix.
But yeah, I was gonna say Jake is a pretty good mix of manly, but like in touch with.
I just like my man to be able to take care of stuff.
Yeah.
Like fix stuff,
Yeah.
take care of the car, take out the garbage, mow the lawn.
Pay the bills.
Yep.
No, I just yeah. I like that Jake is sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, he has a sensitive side.
Someone's got to.
Somebody in this relationship has to, because Lord knows it's not me. No, that's I don't know, but I also
He'll find someone that appreciates the shawl.
I want him to be a manly enough man that I'm not the man in the relationship.
Right. I kind of am though. So, in some ways.
In some ways.
In the emotional side.
Yeah.
Of things.
Well. Okay.
We
Okay.
both are.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. I just started dating this guy a month. Not me personally. Okay. I just started dating this guy a month ago, and recently I tagged along with him to pick up his laundry. I saw his briefs are very bleached in the crotch area. Why? I know girls bleach their panties a bit, but boys? I would ask him, but I don't want him to feel embarrassed. I tried to Google it, but got nothing. Does anyone know why?
What?
And she's very concerned about this.
Why is she concerned
I don't
about
know.
it?
But why are his panties bleached?
Well, maybe he bleaches them.
Why? It's only in the crotch. It's not a poop stain.
Yeah.
It is a crotch stain.
I don't know. Maybe it's natural.
To bleach your chonies? Like his
No,
body
no,
to
no.
bleach his chonies?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say it I don't want to say it. But isn't sperm kind of bleachy?
Okay, we're talking like abnormally. We're talking about taking a pair of chonies and shredding them to a completely different color.
I have no idea. I don't know. This is a mystery.
It is a mystery, but she needs some
Maybe he
answers
bleaches his pubic hair and it gets.
Who
I don't know. I
bleaches?
don't
If
understand
anybody out
this
there
whole
bleaches their
thing.
pubic hair, I would like them to call me.
This whole thing is so confusing to me. I don't know.
Well, I'm just trying to answer questions. I'm just trying to answer these
Google
questions.
had no. Did
Google
you read
had
any
nothing.
comments?
No, because
What?
nobody knew what to say.
It was all
It was just we don't know.
we're as baffled as you are.
It's either a poop stain, but it's not the poop area.
Right. It's the frontal area.
It's the frontal area. And do you ask this question?
No, but it's gonna haunt her.
It is going to haunt her.
She's gonna be thinking about those bleach chonies
And if it's
all day, air day.
if it's his sperm, she may need to be concerned for her own safety. Right?
She better stay far back
Yeah.
if she wants to not get pregnant.
Or sterilized from the inside out.
Right. I don't know that
Okay.
much about that.
I don't either. So if anybody knows what this situation is
That
going
is
on.
so bizarre. I wish I had some kind of answer, but I have never been so confused by one of your questions.
Me too.
I'm almost speechless.
I am too.
Just don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't either. Okay,
Wow.
well, we're just going to leave that.
We're gonna
You're
have
on-
to
you're on your own.
just
You're on your own.
We have no answers for you. Okay. I am going. This is okay. So, the OP, 19-year-old female, and my cousin, 22-year-old male, were hanging out last Friday.
Okay.
Teenage girl, her little bit older cousin.
Okay.
We're hanging out. We were chatting away while eating some nachos. I bring up how you can fit a light bulb into your mouth, but you can't take it out. He just says, huh, and we continue talking. Well, I guess he didn't believe me because he tried it Tuesday night. From what I could gather from the story, he started yelling at his mother to come upstairs and check on him. When she saw that there wasn't a way to get it out, she took him to the ER. I'm not sure how, but they removed it without hurting him. He called me up yesterday and he was pissed. He said if I hadn't said anything, then he wouldn't have tried it. I thought that was total BS and started arguing back that he made a stupid decision and that wasn't on me. Well, my aunt was in the same room and he gave her the phone to talk to me. She explained that it might have been his decision, but I still opened the door for it to happen. She compared it to someone leaving a drug on the counter and how it's both the person who laid the drug down and the person who used it. The analogy made sense and I feel really guilty now. However, I'm still torn on whether I'm the asshole or not. I feel like I'm just being stubborn. I'm really not sure what to think. Any judgment would be greatly appreciated.
Absolutely not her fault.
No!
And there is a difference between leaving drugs out
Right.
and a light bulb or an idea.
Yeah.
Which is like the same thing.
You're right.
Right? Ding. Yeah, first of all, if you are 20, how old was he? 22 years old.
years
You know
old.
what? If somebody is going to mention putting a light bulb in your mouth and you're going to go do it, you deserve it.
Right.
You deserve it.
Right. And she didn't say, hey, did you know a light bulb can fit in your mouth? She said, when you put a light bulb in, you cannot get it out. So she gave him the warning, like,
She didn't say, you really should try and see if you can debunk this.
yeah. She's like, did you know you can get it in but not out? And then somehow, which I didn't know that little fact,
Why couldn't you get it out?
do not try this at home.
Do not.
I don't know.
Why couldn't you?
There's probably just one of those things where it's like it can go in. I don't know. It's like the monkey putting their hand in the like food thing and then they make a fist and then they're stuck like a monkey trap.
But we know. We're not a monkey.
I know. I don't know.
I mean, right? Isn't it just a law of physics? If it can go, I mean, that's not necessarily
But it's
true.
the same size. Your teeth are always. You could open your mouth the same distance, and then the light bulb doesn't change size.
Right.
So it really doesn't make sense.
But think of it this way. It's like having a baby.
You can't get that
It
back
comes
in.
out. But what are the odds you're able to shove that sucker back in?
Right. True.
Without damaging a few teeth.
Maybe your mouth shrinks onto. I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know.
And why does somebody know that?
Yeah. Who figured that out? You know, there's a lot of people that when we talk about what thing you want to eat that's not edible,
Mhm.
a lot of people say light bulbs,
Why?
like really thin glass.
glass. Ooh,
Just the idea
ugh.
of like chomping on really, really thin glass like that
Ew, I don't like that at
is
all.
kind of appealing to a lot of people.
But couldn't you? I mean, I'm still stuck on the light bulb. Couldn't you put the light bulb in, and then if it got stuck, couldn't you lean over, and then just chip away, and then the glass pieces would fall out? I don't know.
That's
Maybe
probably
I'm
what-
overthinking it.
That's probably what they had to do. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't get it out breaking it, but you can't get it out in one piece.
I bet they sedated him at the hospital and just
And
opened his chompers
Pried
up.
his jaw
and-
open.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow. What an idiot. And what an enabling mother
I
to
know.
say.
It's all your fault for giving me the idea. Like, really? He is
I've
a
been
grown
given-
man who stuck a light bulb in his mouth.
You should be reevaluating that, the
Uh-huh.
logic behind that. I have heard a lot of stupid things in my day.
Yeah.
And granted, I have followed through with some of those.
Tried some of them.
But why would you do something that is just...
When Bright was a baby, she put her leg through the little metal piece of the shopping cart.
Mm-hmm.
So she moved her leg from where it goes and stuck it in there, and it got fully stuck. Like, her leg swelled up around it, and it was
no.
totally stuck. It was at Albertsons.
Uh-huh.
So we didn't know what to do. The whole, the store manager, all the workers came, and the more you tug on it, the more swollen it gets.
Yeah.
So we were about to call the fire department when some guy walked up, and he worked somewhere where he had a bar spreader,
Mm-hmm.
and he came in with his tool and got her out.
Oh my gosh.
But she was screaming. It was awful.
When I was little, my old house, like when I was little, there we had, this is so stupid. You know how cable or telephones used to have like a little telephone wire?
Uh-huh.
So in between two rooms in our downstairs, there was this tiniest little hole
Uh-huh.
for the telephone cord to go through.
Yeah.
And my next door neighbor stuck her fat finger in that hole and could not get it back out.
Oh, no.
Could not get it back out because there was it was just, she just shoved it in and there it was.
Yep.
We all thought she was gonna have to stay there.
Forever.
And I think my mom probably had to put butter on it or something to
Yeah.
pluck that sucker out.
See,
but-
there is a thing where things can go in, but then when you try to take them out, they're stuck.
Yeah, but that's swelling.
Yeah.
Your mouth doesn't swell.
Maybe it does.
Your jaw.
Yeah. I
No.
couldn't get a light bulb in my mouth if you paid me $1 million. I have the tiniest jaw.
Yeah. I couldn't either. Do you think I could?
No. Maybe one of those nightlight.
Maybe a nightlight
Bulbs.
one.
Yeah.
One of those smaller.
Let's go try it.
Okay. You try first.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. So this is ridiculous. But I want to know your true opinion on this.
Okay.
Okay. This person writes, "Am I sick? So a buddy of mine, let's call him Rar, which doesn't make any sense because
Let's
it
not.
doesn't matter what his name is.
Yeah.
Always
And if you're
know.
going to make up an alibi,
How about Doug?
yeah.
Okay. So Doug is
Thank you.
blind.
Okay.
Okay? And then he says, always wondered how blind people do everyday things, like wipe themselves after they use the bathroom. How do they know when they're clean if they can't see it?
Oh,
Okay, I mean, that is
that's
a fair
legit. Yeah.
question. So anyway, I was over to visit, and when I left, I only pretended to leave. I stayed and watched how he lives.
What?
Yes, and I found myself in the bathtub. I watched my friend shit just to see how he wiped and if he was clean after. What I've done feels so wrong, but I needed to know.
Oh,
How bad?
my gosh.
Yeah, how bad is what I've done? Have you ever wanted to know something so bad that you've done something you shouldn't have? Should I tell him?
Oh my gosh. I'm surprised the blind guy didn't know he was there. Because, they have heightened senses.
Right.
So I'm surprised he wasn't like, yo, I still smell you.
Yeah,
Or he
He's
watched.
not a dog.
No, but yes, no.
Yes, he is.
No,
He's
no, no.
not.
No, but they can, maybe not. But I know, my deaf sister-in-law, even though she can't hear, she can feel vibrations of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet that's, similar to that.
But what if they didn't move? What
Right,
if
right.
he just, I mean,
And being in the bathtub, nothing would make noise. There's no creaky. He watched his friend poop?
but
Was
I
that the thing he was the most curious about?
Yes, and just how he functioned day to day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're sick.
Yeah. But you tell him.
But I could see the curiosity getting the better. I just want to know how you live.
But don't you think is that, if he's friends with this person, he probably sees how he functions.
Yeah. But they
I don't want to see anybody poop.
no.
And I'm sure everybody does it a little bit differently.
Right. Right.
But there are some things you don't need to know.
No, you know what? They probably just wipe a whole bunch of times.
Yes.
And just
check, recheck.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they use a bidet.
That's what I was hoping.
That would be the most logical.
Uh-huh.
Because
Oh my
odds are,
gosh.
with a good spray down and a wipe,
Yeah.
you're probably relatively safe.
Oh my gosh. I read one that I had saved in my Reddit for a while where a blind guy said that people steal his stuff all the time. Like people just walk up to, like if he's eating in public, they know that they can't see and they just take his stuff.
People are horrible.
Like, why would you do that?
I think it would be so hard to be blind.
Being blind would be really hard,
It would be really hard.
especially if you had to adjust as an adult.
Yes.
It'd be so hard.
Yes, it would.
So don't tell your friend, but don't ever do it again.
Don't ever. But then now it's going to be weird. Every time he's around it, it's going to be weird. He's going to feel weird.
That's his fault.
Yeah.
But you don't make your friend feel weird about it.
No. You
I
did
feel
this to
like
yourself.
90% of the time, confessing to something bad you've done is selfish. It's only to make you feel better.
Wow.
I really do.
Confessing something bad you've done is only to make yourself feel better.
Yeah. Because now you're just putting the burden on someone else.
Yeah. Or the shame or the embarrassment
Or the awkwardness. Yeah, don't make it weird for the other person.
Yeah.
You already did it.
You jerk.
I have kind of a similar one.
Okay.
I was going to skip it because there's so many funny ones, but this is like, have you ever done have you ever done something that you knew you shouldn't have just because you needed to know something? That was kind of like his question.
I'm sure I have.
So this woman writes in that her mother-in-law, she keeps finding her mother-in-law snooping in her bedroom, like going in and using her bathroom where they clearly have like guest bathrooms, going through her bills in her bedroom, like looking through her drawers, like she keeps catching her mother-in-law doing this. And so she said that like they finally have like her husband talk to her, and she kept saying, well, I can't find your other bathrooms.
Wait, does she live there?
No.
Oh, she just comes to
like
visit.
every
and then
time she
ends up
comes to
snooping.
visit, ends up snooping.
Okay.
And her claim is that she keeps forgetting where the bathroom is.
Okay.
And she keeps trying and the bedroom and office door. So she said, well, we had my in-laws